1 2 1 2. We back in action.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you,
back.
Can you hear me?
I think I can.
Is it working?
After all these weeks of...
Hello, Saudi. Is this microphone working?
I don't know.
Oh, your granddad has ruined my Christmas. Oh.
I want to extend the wording on this microphone, please. You're done already. We're back.
We are.
It's been absolute mayhem.
It's been 2 weeks. You didn't even introduce it properly.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Rewind.
Go back a little bit. Bear with. Hang on.
Hold on. Welcome back to another episode of Brothers Unplugged. I farted.
Hiya.
We're back.
So yeah, it's been what? 2 weeks?
It's been a little while.
Yeah, we had a couple of people message us.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, we had a lot going on last week, so we didn't record.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, so
we've
got some stories to tell.
Yeah, so let's sum it up. We've had what? We've had birthdays, we've had deaths, we've had police encounters.
What are you okay? Oh, wrong death. Sorry. Oh, as in like death.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a lot. Fights. Colonoscopies.
I forgot about that one. Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
We're going to, but before we do anything, I'm going to take it back to the old school. Admin. Follow Instagram. See what's Instagram
at Brothers_unplugged_podcast.
Follow that. Follow where else we're on. We're Spotify, on Apple, Amazon, Google.
Rate us 5 stars, please.
Wherever you get your podcast.
And I'm going to spunk in your sock.
Ooh. I'm going to bring my cum sock and going to cut your apples in half. Because my cum sock is just like really, really hard.
Never mind.
It's been a while. What else have you started, Sid?
So, some of you may know if you looked at Instagram, but we have finally started a Patreon.
I was looking for the button.
I was like, have you got it? But yeah, we've started a Patreon. The link is we'll put it in the description of this episode as well. The link is also in our bio, in our Instagram. We'll try and throw some more links everywhere so you can see and access it easy. But all you have to do is click the link, go onto our Patreon, and you can become a member from £3 a month.
Which is 12p a day. Yeah. I'll work this out.
All right.
Average over 30 days, right, which is the average amount of days in a month, right? Give or take. 30 days. That works out 12p a day. Right. You're giving us 12p a day.
Just to help us
to do this. On. So I think we've got one.
Yeah, we've got one.
It's Martin.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so basically there's only one tier on at the moment. I thought the other day. Oh, no, we've got 2. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got 2. So obviously there's not really many beneficial things from buying this tier.
I had to do it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
There's not really many beneficial things to do from this, but what it will be for now is, you get a shout out on the podcast, and obviously you will just help us out run the podcast.
This shit's getting expensive.
Yeah.
Time-wise and physically. So it's getting expensive.
With your helping us out, giving us a bit of your moolah every month will help us, even more encouraging
12p a day. I mean, people spend more than that on fucking fags.
Exactly.
On beer.
Exactly.
On OnlyFans. Link in description. If you want to see my colonoscopy. Live video on my OnlyFans. Okay?
In and out. So take it out, now to put it in.
And then, I mean, it just helps us a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing. And it's getting, I have to go outside, go onto my little pedal bike that I've got attached to my fuse board, my electric board, and pedal for like half hour to fucking do this. And like pedal like fuck as well, like I'm doing Tour de France.
And after your colonoscopy, you are fucked.
Yeah. I'm empty. So
yeah, exactly. But so basically, go into the description below this episode, and there will be a Patreon link. Click that link, make an account, or log into one, whatever you have. I don't care.
I'm sure most of you have Patreon.
Yeah, and literally, you come across our page. Obviously, Brothers Unplugged podcast. You can't miss us. Bright purple logo is the same old. Click on there. We have one tier. You just click become a member, and it's £3 a month, and that basically makes you a fully qualified bell end.
Ooh,
that is the tier.
You put it on a t-shirt.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to put it on the back of a T-shirt, fully qualified bell end.
Ooh.
And then have them exclusive to
Patreon members.
The Patreon members.
So there's only one tier at the moment, but I think we're going to put a couple of tiers on. Because, I mean, I know it's £3, but times are hard.
Yeah.
So not everyone will want to pay £3 a month. So we might put a tier down which costs you like £1. I don't know. Whatever.
And then we'll have a higher one which might cost, even this tier that we have currently might change price if we have more tiers. So maybe you have like...
No, we'll leave this one because I don't want to change it. And then the people that are on it, then like, oh, it's gone up.
No, I wouldn't put it up.
No. So
I'd put it down if anything.
Yeah, so we'll get a couple more tiers. And then at the moment, there is nothing for the tiers. But we are in the works of coming up with some stuff to do for each tier.
Yeah.
And if you're a fully qualified bellend, then you have some special stuff.
Yeah.
Special stuff. So we've got stuff in the pipeline for it, but it's working it out now.
Yeah, it's obviously it's to help us out a little bit more, and obviously the ideas for the merch and
it's paying for the merch
basically, yeah.
Because I can't afford it no more. But we done the hats, and because my maths is not good, I learned maths in Thailand, and terrible maths. Basically, what we paid for the hats and to get them sent out, we were left with nothing.
I think it was a £5, wasn't it?
Well, we didn't do it to make money.
No,
we didn't, because I've sent off Martin's hat.
Yeah,
that he won on the giveaway. So
that should be out to him.
That £5 was gone. So basically, we didn't do it to make money. We just wanted people to have our merch. But at the same time, it's going to get to a point where we're going to need to reinvest into the merch and into the podcast. So, and if you can share this around, just put it on your story, share it to your friends. I don't know, go show your nan, she might like it.
Yeah.
A couple of people know us. Things we like now, like that bloke you did the podcast for. Somehow he knew me and what I liked.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I like.
Because he listened and I got freaked out and I was like, how do you know? How do you know his name? How do you know what he likes? How do you know he likes up the bum? Like, what?
Yeah. Daddy?
You said it.
What?
Yeah.
So,
anyways, but for the Patreon, we have 2 members at the moment. Lovely.
Yeah.
But we got
started it.
We have Saksh, Martin Saksh. He was our first member, and we got Dom Penfold.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
OG listeners.
You are both fully qualified bellends now.
Should I get a button for the Patreon? I'll tell you what. You can have this sound. Oh God.
That is annoying.
That is Crackhead's laugh.
Yeah.
As you probably heard from the last one. So, actually, no, I'll get a special button. Anyone that's on the Patreon, by the time this comes out, message us and give me some ideas for what button you want. Maybe we'll do like every week. I'll press a button and then we'll give you a little shout out for the time being. And then when we get some more ideas of what we're going to give you, we can do that.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But other than that, I mean, we've had a bit of an interesting week, haven't we, Sid?
Yeah, it's been all right.
Where do you want to start? Do we start with like the depressing stuff and get it over with?
Should we get it out of the way?
Or do we end it on something else? Oh, actually, before we do anything, right, I just want to say I'm ill.
Great.
So if you hear me coughing, suck it up, because I'm not fucking editing it out. So I've got to cough. But no, I went into work last weekend. I was off this weekend, or the weekend before, whenever you listen to this. I was off one weekend, and I went in the weekend before, right? And Mr. Hawank Puffin gave me, he kindly gave me birthday presents. Love you. And which he doesn't need to do. No one ever needs to buy me presents, but he got me some really thoughtful stuff. Okay.
So what did he get you?
So he brought in a bag, and he got baby number 2 some bits and bobs and
Thing 2.
some math stuff. Thing 2. And then he was like, "This is yours." I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake." Oh dear.
Great.
And then it was a wooden box, like a crate.
It was quite sick.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
It's wicked.
Oh, okay. Well, next story. No. So the crate is basically, I'm a big Marvel nerd, and I love Iron Man. I even have Iron Man tattooed on my arm. That's how much I love Iron Man. Exactly. I just want to fuck him. So basically, Wank Puffin got me a crate, and it is a Iron Man crate, like a wooden crate, and it had it's got like the Iron Man head, fire like burnt into the fire, the wood,
yeah,
and it's got like Tony Stark Enterprises and all like the actual OG Iron Man stuff. And then I opened the box, After I actually saying that's a lie. I didn't open the box. I couldn't figure out how to open the lid. You just pull it off. It's magnetic. And he was like, "Fucking idiot. This is how you." I was like, "All right, smart ass." And I had to know how to open a box. And the first thing I see was a wooden spider, which is what I have with me now.
You have to build it.
He went, "Oh, I thought I was going to get more reaction out of you than that." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Because it's a spider." I was like, "Yeah, but it's a wooden spider. It can't hurt me." And then he tagged me and said on Facebook the other day. Did you see?
No.
It was like, what was it? Hang on.
I think I see it.
It was something about fighting, but not liking spiders. I'll find it. Hang on.
I don't like the look of this thing. How many?
It's a bit strange, I must admit.
Oh, it smells.
He tagged me in a post. He posted a photo, and it was like, "So you're scared of spiders, but will argue with a man that's 6'5", 220 pounds."
Yeah, I see that.
I was like, "Abso-fucking-lutely."
Look at that.
Oh yeah, Mum. I see Mum was in the garden waving a bottle of wine. She's like, "Do you want one?" I was like, "Yes, please." So he got me this.
It's literally a wooden piece of that could be a hook.
So I've got to build a spider.
Alright.
Right. And he's printed off instructions how to build said spider. And he's like, "No, that's not it." I was like, "Oh, right, I thought you just bought me an Iron Man box with with a spider in it." He was like, No, there's other stuff. I was like, "Right." So underneath that was a DVD. And the DVD was about spiders.
Oh, was it 8-legged freaks or something?
Something like that. I was like, "Why?" He was like, "I thought you'd enjoy it." I was like, "Fuck off." Are you building my spider for me?
Should I build it?
Well, I thought I was going to do it like over the duration of the episode, but we can build it together if you want, because you got to build a hair, the body.
You got the body. There's not a lot of pieces.
No,
even that looks disgusting. I don't even know what that is.
Us two fucked us. Very difficult to do.
Oh,
and then there was other lot of Iron Man stuff in there. So thank you, Mr. Wank Puffin.
That's a fang.
Yeah, and fuck you at the same time. So
that's disgusting. These are pieces of wooden spider, and it's just absolutely disgusting.
Hopefully, by the time we've finished this, we would have made it. So we'll see. But where shall we start? Should we start with some of the topics? This is basically going to be a catch-up episode.
Smells like wood.
Are you smelling the wood?
Yeah.
Do you usually smell wood?
I smell other stuff.
You just hold the wood?
That's what other women do. Hold my wood. So, yeah.
That's fun. Right, okay. Well, actually saying that, Mum's coming in with a glass of wine for me now. Like, this is proper service. So.
Why don't you just come around and put it through the window?
Because the window's shut. Right, hang on. Okay, we're back. We have assembled said spider. Well, sort of. Sid is assembling the body and the legs.
It's not working. Oh, no, we got it.
Oh, maybe take them back legs off so the butt can slide in. So if you take that leg off and then
lost a bit.
And where? And that leg off.
That bit come off. Have you broke it?
No, it's just I broke the leg. So then slide the that bit. This is great for podcasts because
this is so it's falling apart.
It's just falling apart on us. Oh, we've lost another bit. Oh, and we've lost another leg. Oh, and we've lost another one. Fuck!
Jesus Christ!
I like the little sensor bleep. I can do it after I swear. It's great. So these are legs. Oh, we'll show you this at the end.
Oh my God!
Are you okay? And then that leg went on the back there. Right. I can't do it with one hand though. It's really difficult. I'm gonna have to glue this together and all.
Yeah.
Why is it so big? Oh, and we've got I got super glue in there. We're just assembling a wooden spider. And my mum dropped me off some wine. Service.
Now you're happy.
And that one at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then that was the other back leg.
Oh, the one at the very back?
The opposite side you just put on.
That's a smaller one, so that'll go.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure I took both of the back legs. I'll be honest, I don't think it really fucking matters. I'm glad everyone enjoys this.
Yeah. This is disgusting.
Okay. I think... Is that done? I'm just going to wang a load of super glue on it and...
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Okay, that is grim.
That is disgusting.
Okay. Thanks, Wank Puffin, for that. We'll put that on the on the desk.
Don't knock it. You can stay over there.
Just fell apart. So that was the present he gave me. I'll glue it together. Probably.
He's depressed.
I'd be depressed if I looked like that as well. The head's fallen off. Oh God! Slide it in. Oh.
Trying.
Okay, right. We're gonna fucking leave this because we can. Right. Okay. We're leaving this now.
This is what half the spiders look like in this garage.
So, yeah, we're gonna. Do we start from the depressing side of this week, or the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we'll get the depressing bit out of the way, shall we?
Okay, I'll let you break the news.
So people are probably gonna be like, "Oh my God, what?" We're gonna tell you. So basically,
I got touched. No,
I got abducted by aliens.
it probed me. I got probed.
You did get probed, didn't you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I enjoyed it.
let's go on to the death part.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Get the loop.
We shouldn't really joke about this.
No.
But I mean, just makes it easier.
Yeah. It's basically lube.
Yeah. Go on.
So basically, obviously, we have dogs. I live with my mother and father. Charlie lives next door. He's got one doggo, which is Bonita, which is a Doxy Poo. I've got her brother. Well, we've got her brother, which lives next door.
Burrito.
And he's got a Buddy.
Call him Burrito. Bonita and Burrito.
And then we have another Chihuahua. Obviously, we had her son, but obviously he passed away.
Can't remember what's going on.
I know October, September, something like that.
That was ages ago then.
The 9th. Right. No, September. And obviously now we've still got the mother left. She's like 16 and a half. So she's on like death's doorstep. She was jumping around earlier, so I don't know what she's doing. She's probably got another 20 years in her.
She's going to outlive me.
Probably.
She's full of beans.
Yeah.
And, ginger beans, but she's full of beans.
Oh yeah, ginger beans. And we had a husky. I say had.
Yeah. Well,
obviously the date now is Sunday the 9th of June.
Yeah.
Which is the day before release of recording. This is all last minute, but we don't care.
Oh, we're busy boys.
Yeah. But
we get one out, so it don't matter.
But obviously we had a husky. His name was Kai.
Yeah.
Beautiful dog. He had a blue eye and a brown eye.
He's like a big teddy bear.
Yeah. He was loyal. He was probably one of the best dogs I've ever had.
Yeah.
And he was 9 years old. We had the same birthday, October the 18th. And he was 9. And in the early hours of Thursday morning, the 6th of June, I get woken up by my mother. And I look at her literally seconds after I wake up from a deep sleep. And obviously I've got work and I'm thinking, what is my mum doing at this my room? And she goes, I can't remember what she said. She went, Kai's gone or Kai's passed away.
Yeah.
And at first it clicked in my head, like, this is a shock because all the other dogs we've had that have died, we've prepared for it mentally, like, for a while because we know we're getting them put down. We know they're going to go. But with Kai, it was so out of the blue. It was so, like, unexpected. Like, we wouldn't even have the idea in our head that, you know...
He wasn't ill.
Oh, he was fine.
Well, not that we were aware of, anyway.
He was completely fine. He, if you told me last week, that's what Mum said, if you told me last week that Kai wouldn't be here this week, like by next week, I'd be like,
yeah,
sod off.
Well, the night before, I was in yours, and the child was eating dinner, and he was laying on the floor, as Kai does, under the chair. Yeah, because he likes to do that. He lays under the recliner part of the chair. And it was fine. And then I walked in, and then he started like fucking bouncing around like a little fucking crackhead he is. Yeah, and then nothing of it. And then Debbie was up with thing 2, feeding baby. Mum texted Debbie and was like, Kai's died.
Yeah.
And then she woke me up and told me. But she went, Kai's gone. I said, oh, well, who the fuck's let him out at 4 o'clock in the morning? Dickheads. And she was like, no, he's died. I was like, oh, what? Yeah, so it was a bit shit. As like we had Daisy, the staff, and she was like, what, 15 and a half?
So that, yeah.
14 and a half, 15 and a half, something one or the other. And she was getting old and frail. And you get to the point where you can tell when they're coming to like the end of their life.
Yeah.
And she was ill. And I think we had like that couple of days of preparing. Yeah. And we knew that we had to put her to sleep. And then Frankie was the same thing, where he'd basically like shattered his jaw. And they said he wouldn't survive it, any operation, and it wasn't fair for him to live how he was. So we had a few days to prepare for that. Whereas Kai was literally woke up in the middle of the night and he was gone. So I think that's a bit of a shock. I know it sounds very morbid, but the other two, you watch them go to sleep.
Yeah.
Whereas he was literally, I walked in, even though I knew it had happened, but like Dad found him and he was just gone. So then essentially at that point, you're just finding a body. Yeah. It sounds really horrible, but that is like the reality of it.
I think he, from that point, I think he had passed about 15, 20 minutes prior.
Yeah.
For that. But obviously I got up through the duvet and I instantly had tears in my eyes because I was like, no, it can't be true, no.
Yeah.
And but that was after when Mum started swelling up. And I thought, oh no.
Yeah.
As soon as I come out my room, I turned left to face the toilet, and on the landing was his body and he's facing the wall. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's actually gone. And I got down and I picked up his head and it was just gone. I was like,
just not
oh my
there.
God.
It's really weird. But I had to carry him down with Dad. So we rolled him onto the blanket, walking down the stairs, got to the bottom, hit his head on the nail post. I was like, oh shit, sorry mate. Quick to this room. We couldn't fucking leave him upstairs just on his own. This is like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And none of the vets or anything open until like 8:30. So we're literally just storing a body at this point.
Exactly,
Sounds
so
horrible.
We left him out in the back room,
it's like
the lounge bit. We left him on the rug.
Covered him up.
Put him on a towel, covered him with a blanket.
I did cut some of his hair off though.
That cut the end of his tail off.
Just the hair.
Just the hair, not
we
the
didn't
tail.
just chop his tail off.
No, he cut because on the tip of his towel was like white, and then on the tip of his towel he's got like this
the
bunch of
fluffy
black bit and or that, and Dad just cut the end off it because after we unwrapped him, when the guy come round to collect him, he took the towel off and he took the blanket off and went cut the end of his tail off. I was like, oh right, okay. So we got some fur store to put in like a jar. I still got Daisy's one.
Yeah,
and it is being forbidden to open that. I'm not opening that jar. Nope. I've done it once before. It was worse than smelling salts.
Was it?
It was. Oh,
what, the fur?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to smell.
God, you dwarf.
I'll give it a go. Have you ever tried smelling salts though?
No.
Oh God, Jesus
Christ.
I
know they're bad, but God, this
shit.
I stuck my nose right in this jar and I went, and I was like,
oh, dead fur. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so he got picked up about 9:30, 10ish.
Yeah,
in the morning.
I was at work and I watched the camera. Thing is, I had so much. I don't know. It sounds really horrible, but I had fucking loads to do, and I thought I can't sit at home and just dwell on it because it made me feel like shit. So I was like, I need to go to work and do something.
Yeah.
So I ended up going. You were off. Dad was off, and it was really shit. And I see him turn up on the cameras, so I watched. I was like, oh God.
Yeah. So we obviously the bloke come in, and he walked in and he was like, "Oh, what's his name? All this and all that." And he went and got a big bed and a blanket and that. And obviously, Mum and Dad wanted to put a carrot in with him because he loved the carrot.
Fucking loved carrot.
Oh my God, obsessed with him.
Yeah, because I kept finding orange shit in my garden.
And they picked him up and put him into the bed, took the towel off, and the bloke was like tucking his paws in. And then they put his head down into the bed, where his head was in the bed, on the edge of the bed, and his nose was like all smirked up to the left. And I was like, "Your nose is a bit wonky, mate." And he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like put his head down a little bit, but his body was really weird because they stiffen up.
Yeah,
like fully stiffen up. Like their chest stiffens.
Yeah, everything's stiffen up.
Their ear, even his ears.
Yeah.
Like I lifted his head up, and where he was laying, one ear, obviously his left ear, like, poking into the air, that like stiffened up at the base. And then the other one, where he was laying on it, it was folded back.
Yeah.
And that just stiffened up in
place.
place.
Well, the blood flow stops, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just stiffened up into place. And I was like, oh my God. That's really weird. That's really weird. But I gave him
not nice.
Gave him a little cuddle.
I know loads of people have lost dogs. And there's going to be people on there that I know that we spoke to recently that have lost pets.
Yeah.
And luckily, I've never had someone turn around and go, "Oh, it's only a dog," because I'd fucking lay you out.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like losing a family member. horrible.
we've had him since he was a puppy, so we've had him for 9 years.
Yeah.
So he's a big part. I was 10 when he was born.
Yeah.
I was still 10 when we got him, and now I'm 19, nearly 20. It's just
Yeah, it's not nice.
it's a big part of your life. Even coming home, even though we've still got 2 dogs, but we've got a Dachshund and a Chihuahua. They're not they're as big as your leg,
Yeah.
like your shin and lengthwise, and so they're tiny. So when you walk into the house, it's just empty. Because I'd open up the front door, and sometimes I would open it, and it'd go bang, and then open it more, and Kai would turn around and be like, "I'm here, you twat!
Get out of the way of the fucking door!"
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
it's not nice.
eating your dinner at the dinner table now is
You haven't got his fishy breath on you. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, fucking hell, it stinks.
you've literally just got a Chihuahua and a Dachshund poop bouncing up at your leg, and
Yeah.
that's it. But no husky sticking his head over the table.
But, well, we thought we'd get the depressing stuff out of the way. It's just like a catch up on our lives, really, this week.
You know, 2 or 3 other people have lost their huskies in the past 2 days.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dad knows some people. They've lost their dogs,
Oh.
huskies.
There's a husky curse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not nice.
But they went to pick him up the next day, didn't they? The cremations.
Yeah.
Got him back, and they went there and they spoke to. Apparently, it was really busy there.
All right.
Apparently, there was a lot of people picking up their pets, and they were speaking to the bloke who runs it,
Yeah.
and they turned out. The bloke turned around. He was like, "Oh, we had a husky in yesterday, beautiful husky, and he had a carrot with him." Mum and Dad were like, "Yeah, that was ours." They was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But yeah, it was a beautiful dog, but yeah,
bless
God knows what. Still
Right.
won't take mum's now. Mum's mum now, will
What else have we got? We've had an interesting couple of weeks.
they? Yeah. Well, what are we going on to? What do you want to go on to now?
You was on a podcast.
Huh?
You were on a podcast.
Oh yeah, I went on a podcast.
I think we spoke about this before.
Yeah, we didn't get too much into it because obviously we was gonna speak about
yeah.
some stuff, and obviously we did the live, and then everything just happened and kicked off, and then we just went on my
So Sid's on a podcast, a UFO podcast.
yeah. It's a UFO, paranormal, loads of stuff on there, and it's interesting. Some of the episodes I listened. There was been one episode where I think, nah, this is bullshit. No, and it was some woman. She said that some aliens come down, told her that they need to save the Earth,
Yeah,
and like they're taking the dolphins out the sea because they're dying. Or
dolphins.
I was saying that dolphins and whales. I was like, no, that's a load of dogs.
I mean, they're taking them out of the sea. Where are they going to put them?
Taking them to another planet and like saving them. Apparently,
Right,
like rescuing them or like
the RSPCA for dolphins and aliens.
probably.
Dolphin and whales.
Yeah, and that was the only episode. That was the only episode I didn't really want to believe because I was like, you get all these people that say that, and like this, you get the schizophrenics, you get the people on drugs, you get the alcoholics, and then you get the people who just make up the.
Hey, I have friends that are schizophrenics. Thank you.
How you doing, geek?
No need for that. He's a nice person.
This is Steve next
when
to
he's,
me.
when he's not punching me in the face. Thanks, Reese. He's coming on soon, actually, so we can talk about it.
Right, okay, we'll keep that in the books
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went on the podcast. Obviously, the UFO sightings I've had. I ain't had a lot, but I had recent ones. Past few weeks. I only seen.
No, but we're going to save that for the UFO episode.
Yeah, and then obviously the paranormal episodes we have. Some of them stories are on there. I think most of them are on there, really.
Yeah.
But I spoke to the bloke. He's a really nice guy, to be fair. He lives out in Thailand.
Lives in Thailand? Oh, hi. Hello.
Yeah, he lives in Thailand with his wife. He lived in the UK.
With his wife or his husband?
No clue.
Sorry if you listen to this. I'm sorry, I'm joking.
No,
I'm sure she's a very nice man.
Woman. It's a woman. No, he's a really, really, really chatty bloke. He's really nice to talk to. He's he obviously started up the podcast 5 years ago now. I think it came up to his anniversary not too long ago. So he's been doing it for 5 years. I say I only recently found out. I found out before the headphone ban at my work. Obviously, I listened to a few episodes and then my headphones got banned. I was like, I can't listen to this podcast anymore. And obviously, the headphone ban rule became non-existent, and then I thought, sweet, let's just straight back on this episode. So I carried on, and then obviously at the start he says if you want to come on, share your experiences, blah blah blah, contact me here, and I thought, you know what,
I see a flying saucer and
I
it flew over me.
I did it.
So
Yeah, some of those stories in there are really interesting. Like even when I'm working,
I'll have to give it a listen. I've never listened.
It just takes like, time away. It makes your day go quicker, and I don't know. When I listen to stories, I can make them imagine what they look like in my head, And that's the best bit for me because I can make it how I want to make it by listening to it. I don't have anything to watch and be like, oh, that's how that looks and all this and all that. Obviously, if you look, some people take pictures and draw things and he uploads it to the website.
Right.
Hence why the video of my UFO sightings on there.
Did you draw a dick with legs?
And that.
And dicks for fingers.
And that. And I put the photo of where, on the one that you took of Jamie and that face was in the window.
Yeah.
That's on the website.
Oh.
And our podcast links, his Instagram. He linked. I was like, yeah, here's the links for the Spotify and the Instagram. You can put them on there because he said he would. And he went ahead and just put every link. Was it? You've got Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Instagram.
Is that why we're losing Instagram followers?
Probably.
We've actually lost a few.
Have we actually?
Yeah, I think a lot of them are bots. We keep getting loads of bots follow us. We've lost a few followers.
Yeah, no, we get a lot of bots, so they're
Wankers.
probably
Wankers.
Yeah. So I mean, we can. You know what I'll do? I do want to get him on. He said about in the podcast we sort of spoke about him coming on, and obviously I said it's a bit of a different genre to different podcast genres.
Yeah.
And he said he might come on. So we've been speaking email, and I said to him. I spoke to him the other day, and then I emailed back. I haven't heard anything yet, and I emailed back saying maybe jump on an episode because he's trying to turn that show into a TV show.
Yeah.
He's trying to turn that podcast into a TV show.
Yeah.
So but I think that's going to take a while. But yeah, so I can leave we can leave his podcast linked in the description.
Yeah.
So if you want to. So if you wanna go listen to it, have a little listen. There's loads of stories on there. Go check him out. It's called UFO Chronicles Podcast. It's lovely show. I love it. I rated it 5 stars, and I'll give it a little follow. And it's interesting. You just gotta sit there, and
You are fucking waffling.
Just gotta sit there and listen. No, because I'm trying to read this.
Sometimes, do you actually
no
words go through your brain?
Nope.
You just sometimes you do. It's quite funny to sit and watch you. It is funny to see and sit and watch you process the things that you're about to say.
Because I don't process it.
I know, it's fucking hilarious. Because you just I
can't lie. The past 5 minutes I've been speaking, all them words have just been added on. I have no clue what I said. I don't think I've really listened. I'm going to do it again. No, that's a UFO. See, look.
Right. That's just a plane.
No, it's not.
It's got blue and red lights. It's a police plane.
It's not.
Why
is it not moving? And tell me, why did it slowly fade away?
It got further away from you.
No.
Maybe it was going in the direction that you were standing.
Yeah, but no.
But no.
But then,
come on, give me some scientific evidence.
And then it
just play
disappeared.
with here. I'm going to dismantle your fucking theorems.
This light appeared
this
miles
light of
left.
mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Shush, you had a light up your arsehole the other day, so I don't complain.
I enjoyed it. I see what the thing I put on Instagram. I put a topic thing on Instagram.
Let me guess. No one replied?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I just put a topic suggestion. So I'm gonna reel some off, and
there's a load of them.
Matt put biggest or funniest fuck ups, and then put why did Sid get a hairdresser's car?
Oh, fuck you. Really?
Satch put definitely doing it live. That'd be mad and mental. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Skippy put rage episode. We need to hear your rage. I don't think you do. I won't ever stop. Get more guests on the show. That's Catman. We've got guests coming up. It's just hard to line things up.
Yeah, no, I've tried getting one on, and he ended up just ghosting me. So
yeah, well, I've got a couple of people that are interested in coming on, so we'll do that. Do a call in out of chaos from Titch. And then Reese put something you can get me on to talk about with you, and he will be coming on soon. And then the other Reese put, I think he just as instead of a topic, as in a whole episode topic. I think he's just done this one as a topic of conversation in an episode, which is law enforcement needs to carry guns, and also it'd be mandatory to be skilled in combat sports.
What did he have after that?
And his next one was, and banging in a tranny doesn't make you gay, which it doesn't. Okay,
who did that one?
I think police should carry guns.
Oh, 100%.
like normal police officers should carry guns and just shoot all the cunts.
Exactly.
Just shoot all of
You
them.
ain't going to mess about with a police officer who has a pistol on their
And
hip.
for it to be mandatory to be skilled in a combat sports, yeah. Yes and no. That's a hard one.
Well, there was a video the other day, and there was this big bloke, and he was walking down the road, and there was these officers that were trying to get him down.
Yeah.
They had coshes, and they were just hitting the back of his legs, and he just wasn't moving.
He
He just carried on
The
walking.
amount of times I've had to help, or actually saying that, the amount of times me and Reese have had to help the coppers at the club get people on the ground because they just can't. They just haven't got it in
Some
them
of
to
them
get them on the
useless.
ground.
Have you seen how some of them built like twigs?
Which brings us on to our next topic.
Oh, this one.
The club. Just before we go into this, this is a fictional story.
Yeah.
Okay. None of this actually happened. And if anyone would like to take us to court, this all happened in Mexico. But it is purely fiction.
Allegedly.
Okay? So
This is
none of
all
this.
Allegedly.
None of this actually happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stick with that.
Go on then. Explain. Explain. Because
Oh.
you fucking caused this. Go on.
I didn't cause it. Some knobhead did this, and he did it to himself. So
Yeah.
basically, on a Saturday night last week, no, not a Saturday. Obviously, you lot are listening on a Monday, not a Saturday. Just gone.
Stop
You know,
waffling.
just Saturday,
Get
like
to
a
the
week,
fucking
just over
point.
a week ago, because it makes it up over a 7 day. Mum and Dad went to some place in the middle of nowhere, like a
It's a
bar
pub.
pub place,
Pub.
and they had like a band playing.
Yeah, it's one of their friends' pubs.
Yeah, and me and Crackhead decided not to join them, and then we got bored halfway through the night, so we got ready and joined them.
Yeah.
We drove down there, had a few drinks, not alcoholic drinks. Crackhead had alcoholic drinks, but she wasn't driving. My dad was also driving. He didn't have any alcoholic drinks. My mother did.
This isn't like an exaggeration and we're lying. No one actually had anything to drink,
Yeah.
apart from my mum.
Exactly.
But anyone that was driving didn't actually drink.
No drink driving around here.
Because it made
Stupid decision.
the way you said that made it sound like we were trying to cover ourselves, but it was not.
Oh no!
No one
I'm
actually
actually
drank.
just saying, like, anyone who drove didn't drink.
Yeah.
So the band ended. We sat around for about 10 minutes. Me and Cracker went, right, let's skedaddle. Same time, Mum and Dad were like, let's skedaddle. We got in my car. Mum and Dad got in their car, and I took off, and they eventually caught up to us. So Mum called me going through the country roads, and she said, you going up to the club? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah.
I was working, by the way.
Huh?
I was working.
Yeah, he was working this night. But I said to him, I was like, no, I got to go pick Crackhead's mate up from her house and take her to the club because she wants to go. She was like, all right, we'll see you in a bit. We're going to drive up there and probably see you at some point. I was all right. Got to the high street. Coming up to the high street where the club's on. Turned left onto the high street. Driving up there. I wasn't speeding or anything because some knob said I was speeding.
Yeah.
Apparently. I was going 30 miles an hour. And normally when I go past the club, I slow down because of this exact reason. So I was driving up and some bloke walked out. Obviously, on the right side of the road, there's a load of cars built up. So I normally slow down a little bit just in case someone jumps out between them cars and I can't see him. And this bloke walks out into the middle of the road. And I'm like, all right, okay. So I've slowed right down. And he's like walking really slow. And I'm like, he's pissed. I don't really want to hit him. So I've gone around him. He's on more of the left side of the road at this point. So I've got so much room.
Bear in mind, the high street is a one-way road. You can only go up the high street.
Yeah. So I've gone around him slowly. As I've gone around him, he's stepped back towards my car and donkey kicked my wing mirror.
Clean off.
The whole mirror, though. He kicked off the back cover on the minis. You got back cover and the glass.
Yeah.
The back cover come off, bounced down the road, and the glass come off, and all I see is just whee go straight over my bonnet. It's smashed. So now I've got a scuffed up cover and a smashed mirror.
Yeah.
And I don't know at what point do we stop.
What, this story?
Yeah.
So I didn't see you and Crackhead drive past, or Mum and Dad.
No, you're just normally working as you
Right.
were. And
I don't
didn't
know.
acknowledge
I
nothing.
think I was talking to someone else. I didn't see you drive past, and basically I've gone because I stand on like the pavement, so I can see down the corridor and I can see up the queue. Bear in
Yeah.
mind the queue was up to the top of the high street. So
Oh,
there
yeah,
must have
it
been
was-
about 200-300 people in this queue
Yeah.
waiting to get in or queuing up to get in. And I've looked up the high street and I see Dad running after someone. I literally looked and I thought, what the fuck's he running after? I thought, oh shit, it's Dad. And then I see this bloke run to walk like back down the high street towards me, but on the opposite side of the road. So I thought, what the fuck? So obviously, Dad's not going to run after someone for no reason. So I've gone running up the road, into the road, to go up to the top of the high street where he was. And then Dad grabbed hold of him, and he like slipped away from Dad and spun, went back towards me, see me, I was running, fucking steaming at him, and then he's like done a left and gone into the road. And then as he's ran out into the road, I've fucking carried on running at him, and I'm about 10, 15 metres away from him. And then I see him, Dad run out into the road as well, and I see him take a swing at Dad.
Yeah.
And at that point, all professionalism went out the window. All of my zen, I want to call it, went out the window. I was like, this cunt has hit me Dad. And I didn't know if he hit him or not, but I see him take this swing at him and then run again.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
You fucked.
you're going to die. So I run up the high street and he tried to run into the crowd to lose me. But I'd like fucking steamrolled for about 10 people. Grabbed hold of him, but as I grabbed him, I was running with such fucking pace. I've never run so fast in my life.
I don't think I've ever seen you run so fast in your life.
We like travelled about 5-10 foot, not touching the floor. Right? I just like fucking dived at him, and then as I hit the wall, so the corner of that little cafe on the flat, sorry, on the end. Yeah. As I dived and grabbed him, I fell into the wall, and then he slipped away and ran up through the crowd. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. But it's all a bit like it happened so quick. And then I've run round the crowd, and then I think he was already there, and I see him, and I sort of like done a fucking. So he'd run through the crowd up the high street. I'd run round the left hand side of the crowd, and darted him from the right. And then I see you come running down and just give him a big cuddle.
Yeah.
Big cuddle, and then Dad come over and gave him a big cuddle, and I was giving him a big cuddle as well, all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then
You've been really nice to him.
yeah, and then the other doorman, Adrian, I'm not going to say his name.
Nope.
He'll know. I see him just grab him and like throw him into this doorway of a little cafe. I was like, okay. And then I fucking steamrolled at him again and like speared him into the door. And then I just gave him more cuddles, loads of cuddles. But Dad said that he come over and I was already cuddling him. I'm not really sure what happened. And all I know, he was up, and he was looking at me, and then he threw a punch at me, and it like skimmed my forehead, and then I gave him another big cuddle. Right. And the cuddle, I don't know if anyone can transcribe this, but the cuddle hit him. The cuddle, I hit him with a cuddle. Very hard.
Like, like, come here.
Yeah, like a friendly cuddle. I hit him with his cuddle. It was so strong and
loving.
I was so loving that he decided that he wanted to hit the floor. And then he got up. I was like, I need to give you more cuddles. So then I was cuddling him again. and then he went down and he was like crouched over, trying to stop me from cuddling him because he was just so loved up. And then I was giving him some cuddles with my legs. And then he come up again because one of these cuddles, I think I accidentally hit him in the head somewhere. One of my knees, apparently.
Yeah, I think you cuddled him like too high up. You meant to go around the waist.
Yeah, and then he come up again and I gave him a big cuddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I held him.
A lot of love.
Yeah, and then I've turned around and the police were there. Apparently, three police officers were standing there watching me cuddle this man for about a minute.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were like, they're having too much love.
Yeah.
Let them cuddle. They
didn't
did.
stop this. This is some really nice cuddling that's going on here. So, yeah. But just safe to say, he won't be kicking any wing mirrors anymore time soon. But he come up and I grabbed hold of him and I had hold of him still. And I bent him like, oh, that sounds pause. I bent him over, so he was in like a blowjob position, but he was still on his feet. So he just like I just pushed his like head down, and I was holding him, cuddling him. Sorry, and then the police turned up, and I stood him up, And then one of the women couple was like, "Mom, son, what's happened?" I was like, "Really? You're asking me why? Why? Well, I just want to know what's happening." And this bloke's trying to get out as well. I'm still holding him, like, crouched over as well. She's going, "What's happened?" I was like, "Are you going to fucking cuff him or what?" Well, what's happened? I was like, "He just kicked my brother's car and then punched my dad." I said, "So, are you going to cuff him?" "Well, we need to know what's happened." And I was like, "Well, fucking arrest him then. Cuff him." And I thought at this point, I'm just going to give him another big cuddle and make sure he's just
cuddled out.
Unconscious with cuddles.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. And they eventually did. And then one of the covers, that woman one. Oh, there was a little undercover bloke as well that was coming into the club. Actually.
You weren't even... No, he was off duty, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was off duty, but he's an undercover police officer.
Oh, right.
And he was trying to grab me while I was cuddling this man. I know about 4 people trying to pull me off. I
love a cuddle.
I'm just giving him a cuddle. Fuck off. And I turned around and just fucking shoved this random off-duty police officer. I didn't know. He was like, "It's all right, I'm a copper." I was like, "Fuck off."
Okay.
And then as I stood him up and they cuffed him, this off-duty copper was standing in front of me. And I went to like sort of squeeze past him because the woman was like, "We'll take it from here." Because the bloke started having a go at me. He was like, "You cuddled me. You cuddled me." I was like, "Fuck off! I never cuddled you." Allegedly. And then this little off-duty couple was just standing there, and he like bogged at me while I was trying to get past him. So I just fucking launched him again, and he just sort of like flew backwards, and he was like, "Don't push me." I was like,
what?
Yeah, and I was already at like boiling point, and then I walked off down the road, and everyone was like cheering.
Were they?
Yeah, loads of people like cheering. There was a group of blokes that were trying to fucking spud me. I was like, "Fuck off!" Yeah, that was quite funny. But the woman couple that was like, "Oh, what's happened? What's happened here?" She was over the road while she was talking to one of the other coppers. And she going, "Yeah, that security guard over there," because Mike Puffin was over there. And she was going, "Yeah, that security guard, that security guard there." And he would turn around to her and went, "Shh." And they carried on. But I think the bloke, the couple that shushed her was like one of the sergeants.
Yeah, he was a nice.
And he just stood there and was like, she just stood there after and was like, "Okay."
Yeah, so. But well, after he kicked it off, I was like, "No way! I've had this car for a month."
Yeah.
The mirror's still on. It's just the back cover and the glass bits come off. But at that point, I was like, "You little wank, I was like, you." So I stopped the car, pulled the handbrake up. Crackhead was the first one out. She thought it was just the cover. She was like, "I'm just going to get the cover, get back in the car, and we'll carry on." I was like, even if you did that, I wouldn't let it go. It still kicked my mirror.
Well, didn't you shout for me as well?
Yeah, I literally got out the car, pulled the handbrake off, turned my car off, grabbed my keys, grabbed my phone, shut the door, shouted your name.
I didn't hear anything.
No. I shouted your name, and then I was like, "No way, this dickhead's just knocked my mirror off." I was like, I was flaming. So I grabbed me. I was filled with so much love. I grabbed my phone, grabbed my keys, shut my car in the middle of the road, mind, and locked it. And all I see is I turn around. This is before I shouted at the top of my lungs. So I was like, you've got to be there somewhere. I was like, "We're going to need backup. I don't know if Dad's seen this or it's just me against this bloke. I don't want this bloke getting away. Someone grab him and give him a nice cuddle."
Oh, I one-on-one cuddled him.
Yeah, well,
it was great.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Sorry, I didn't really leave any cuddles for anyone else. I just sort of like got carried away with cuddling.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I turn around and I see, after I went back to my car, because I was about to leave it, and I was like, "No, take my keys and take my phone, lock the car quick." Did that in about 2 seconds. And as I started like pacing down the road, I see this bloke run out from behind a van in the middle of the road, and I thought, "There's that little wank puffin. There's that little wanker." And I started like jogging down, and I see Dad chasing him.
Yeah.
And he's obviously Dad's gone to grab him, and this bloke is just swung for me, Dad, and I've gone, "You absolute arsehole." So he kicked me with a mirror, and he swung for me, Dad.
Yeah.
So at this point I started sprinting, and I sprint down, and I gave him a nice big firm cuddle.
Yeah.
And I gave him a really big cuddle, and it was such a nice cuddle. He went back, fell back a little bit, and then I see you pacing up, and I was like, "Oh, you're going to get more cuddles." I was like, "Lovely." But I need to knock Crackhead out giving him a cuddle, because where I leant back to, wind up with a cuddle, both my arms,
Come here.
I like put my arms back, and my cuddle arms just nearly hit her in the head because she came running up towards me and behind me, and I just went, what?
I told you before, you need to cuddle your hips.
Yeah,
when
no,
you cuddle, you need to cuddle more
it was just in the moment of time.
I know.
But yeah, and then obviously, after I gave him a cuddle, some bloke stepped out in front of me, and he was like, the police are there, blah, 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 stop cuddling. I was like, you're talking absolute bullshit. Nope. I look down the road, there's blue lights, and there's some police. And I'm like, oh, they want to see who's cuddling who and see what's going on. So I was like, alright. So I turned around, and I see my car in the middle of the road and people trying to get through. So I run to my car quick, move it round the corner into the car park, and I come running back down because I picked up the glass next to my tyre.
Yeah.
Got in, drove into the car park. And then I start sprinting back down to the high street. And at this point, this bloke is in cuffs and in the back of a police car already. So I'm like, okay. I wanted to give him more cuddles. Never mind. Crackhead was holding part of my mirror. And I ran down and I was like, oh, that's the part I'm missing. I was like, I need that bit. And then some officer, and then I took it off her, and I was holding part of the mirror. And then some officer turned around and was like, all right, whose wing mirror's just been smashed off? And looked at me. And I was like, who do you think? So I'm holding part of my wing mirror. What do you think? And he's like, oh, it was you. And then the sergeant come over. I think, I don't know what he was. The nice officer. He come over and he was
I think he knew what had happened and see all the cuddling and was like, probably deserves a cuddle.
Yeah, he did.
So
he was like, he needs that much loving. So yeah, but he come over and he was like, do you want to come to the office, the station, so he can, do a statement, whatnot, blah blah blah. So I was like, yeah. Jumped in the back of the police car. He drove me around to my car. We followed this police car down to the station, which is at the bottom of the high street.
Yeah.
It's not far, round the corner.
Have you ever been in there before?
No, that was the first time I've ever been in there.
Oh, it's good fun in there. If you go further out from where you were, further in, there used to be some nice cells in there.
Right.
Really comfy.
Yeah, I was in a statement room, which was originally the main entrance for this station.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's not public anymore. So, but yeah, they took me in there. Made me and Cracker do a statement. It got to about 1:30. We was like finishing up the statement a little bit, and the officer come in and he was like, "What's your dad had to drink tonight?" I was like, "Probably Diet Coke."
Yeah, you don't really drink.
Yeah, no. I was like, "Don't drink." And he went, "Well, your dad's a victim of a crime," or saying that he was drink driving because originally some other bloke tried grabbing my dad to avoid my dad giving the guy a cuddle, and he lost his balance and fell on the floor. So someone said, I think an officer someone saw him fall over and thought he was pissed as a fart. And I was like, no, he don't drink. I was like, he was driving.
He's just 60 years old.
Yeah, he's just getting old and he was driving. So he wouldn't drink. He was like, oh, right, okay. And that officer got annoyed because they could have got a statement from dad that evening, but they would have had to wait till the next morning. Yeah. So he was like, I'm going to have a speak with the colleagues then. And I was like, oh, someone's in trouble. So, but yeah, and then the next day I get a call. The police officer comes around about 9:30 in the morning.
They come round, and I because obviously I gave my details. And at like 7:30 in the morning, they were ringing me. I was asleep. So I woke up to fucking Debbie waking me up going, why are the police outside? What have you done? I was like, oh, fuck off. She was like, what's happened? Have you been in a fight? And then she was like, oh, they're going into mum and dad's house. What's happened? I was like, oh, me, dad and Sid were just cuddling some man. She was like, why have you not fucking told me? I was like, because you don't ever want to know the people I'm cuddling. So, yeah, and then they basically left it. But he rang me and asked what had happened. And I told him. He was like, all right, okay. What the fuck?
What?
The child
wearing the mask.
Is wearing a pirate mask. Interesting. It's an alien! So basically, what happened to the bloke in the end? Because he got nicked, didn't he?
Yeah, he got arrested there and then.
Criminal damage.
Criminal damage. He's been done for. Well, cautioned with. Yeah. But they took him in, and he was held in custody for till the end of the next day.
Yeah, well, they can hold you for 24 hours.
I thought it was 70 something hours. I think
it's 24
with reason. I can't remember what it was.
It's 24 if you've got a criminal record. It can be 72, I think. Something like that. There's a load of fucking.
I think at the end of something you have to be charged or something along them lines. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I've heard about it. I forgot.
Yeah, but in the end, he turned around because you said if he pays for it, then we'll fucking leave it.
Yeah, well, you know.
Because I don't think he was from round here, for one.
No.
And he was some Turkish bloke, I think he was. And
It could be something else, I don't know.
I don't know. He sounded Turkish. He looked Turkish.
I don't know. I didn't look at him. I just gave him a nice big cuddle.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look at him. I'd be like, I just want to give you a
So
cuddle.
basically, it resolved with as long as he pays it, they're going to leave it. But what they're going to do is they need your quotes, which you haven't fucking done still.
I'm going to.
You
the
need
dealership.
to do this.
I'm going to the dealership tomorrow because I went there yesterday. The bloke who was going to give me a quote for it, he ended up not doing it. And I went in there yesterday and he said the bloke's not here till Monday.
You need to really press them because if it goes too long, the police will just NFA it.
Yeah, that's what I went back there for. And I said to him, the bloke who sold me the car, and I told him about everything, and he was like, "Oh, he's not in today. He's in Monday." And I was like, "I'll be in after work." I was like, "I'll come in," and he said,
He's basically going to pay for it, and if he doesn't pay for it,
they're going to go to his house.
They're going to rearrest him and charge him with criminal damage.
Yeah, so...
Basically, police just didn't want to fucking do the paperwork.
Yeah, basically.
And they didn't want to go through the court process either.
No.
So, which doesn't really matter too much, because I don't think he's going to be fucking kicking any wing mirrors for a little while.
Yeah, if he does, then more cuddling.
Yeah, so, especially not around here anyway.
Yeah, well, but yeah, he's going to be... He said he's... After I got about 3 calls that day. And obviously we went to the Chinese. I got a call again, and she was like, "Big update. He's been released with a caution on his record for criminal damage. He says he's willing to pay for the damages because apparently he feels quite bad."
I'm sure he fucking does.
He does. Yeah, and
I'm sure he does. He's probably very sore.
Yeah,
cuddling.
Yeah, he's probably very tired out from cuddling Saturday. She said, "Yeah, he feels quite bad." He said he's willing to pay for the damages that he's caused. He's admitted that he'd done it as well. Because obviously if he didn't admit to doing it, if he said that wasn't me, blah, blah, blah. And then they find out it was him who get charged a lot.
Yeah.
And they said, what we're going to do is that we need 2 quotes from you to send to the sergeant. The sergeant wants 2 quotes. After the quotes, they're going to go to his house, get the money off him, bring it back to the station, and either I collect it or they bring it to me. One of the 2.
Got him! Got him!
Basically that.
I
said to him, I was like, well, it's all well and good him saying he's going to pay for it. Like, I could say I could pay for something and not pay for it.
Not pay for it.
And then they were like, well, if he doesn't pay for it and he refuses to pay for it, he's not from around here, so they would go to his house, arrest him on his doorstep, bring him all the way over here, and arrest him. And do him
Charge
more,
him for criminal
charge
damage,
him for more, yeah. And I was like, right, okay. And I was like, still doesn't solve my wing mirror problem, but we'll just, skip past that fact.
Yeah, well, he's going to pay for it, isn't he?
Yeah. So
and then if it goes to court, then he'll have to pay compensation.
Yeah. So either way,
and he'll get like a charge for it. So
yeah. So but they were like, oh, you probably have to go through insurance and all this. I was like, I'm not going through insurance.
No,
I've just got a new quote. I'm not ruining another year's no claims. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So he's, that's all. I think I'm literally going to the place tomorrow so I can speak to the bloke.
Yeah, get it sorted out.
I spoke to him and I said, I'm going to need a quote ASAP because the police have nudged me about it and they're on to me about it asking. So,
but Adrian messaged Reese, the other doorman, tall Reese.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, something's happened. Charlie's been cuddling someone a lot. And then Reese rang me. And I answered, I went, right? He went, are you a fucking idiot? Or something like that. I was like, what? He went, fucking cuddling people without me. I was like, oh, sorry. And then I explained to him what happened. He was like, well, he fucking deserved it then, did he? I was like, yep. So that was interesting, but that pretty much took up the Sunday. The Sunday we were going to record because we ended up fucking dealing with police and all the other fucking shit. And then when we were going to record the Thursday, this Thursday. This is why we're doing it today. And obviously, then Kai died.
Yeah.
So we end up doing it on a Sunday again. So fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I need it there. But
You've got an episode now.
Yeah.
So episode what? 28.
Yeah.
So
other than that, I have one other story.
What's this? Oh.
So
this
yesterday, which is why I couldn't record yesterday. I had a colonoscopy.
Lovely.
And I must say, I quite enjoyed it. Having a camera up my butthole.
Twisting around.
I tell you what, right? I don't know if anyone else that listens has had one. I'm sure someone fucking has. Or, involuntary or voluntary, whatever you take up your ass, up to you. But they gave me 2 sachets of, it's like a powder, and it's basically a laxative. So then you have to I had to take one at 7 o'clock Friday, right? And I shit you not, this fucking sachet was like that, full.
I shit you not.
And I had to fill it, I had to fill it with water about the size of that glass. So you could imagine the texture of this fucking water after I'd poured that amount of powder in it. Oh my fucking goodness. The taste of this fucking stuff. They try and make you feel better by putting on the pouch. This pouch, dose A, or dose 1, is a fruit punch flavour.
Bollocks.
And I smelled it. I was like, that smells quite nice actually, because I mixed it up a couple of hours before. I was like, it smells nice. I got to about 7. I was like, right, I've got to take me laxatives now. And then, oh my fucking good God. That the laxatives, the taste of these drinks were worse than the camera.
God.
I shit you not. Literally, no pun intended. It was like getting a cup, dipping it in the fucking sea, and then putting some sugar in it.
Ugh.
That is what it tasted like. And it merely made me throw up drinking it. I had to drink it over the space of an hour. You can't neck it because I was going to just fucking see it off. Yeah. They're like, no, you have to drink it over a space of an hour so it works properly. I was like,
I don't care.
And it basically clears you out. And I couldn't eat from 3 o'clock that day till my appointment, which was 1 o'clock the next day. So I'm like an Ethiopian child at this point, starving to death. And it took a couple of hours, and I was like, nothing's fucking happening. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I need to shit. And out came about a ton of water. And I sat on the toilet from 9 o'clock. This is very graphic. I should have put a warning there, but fuck yourself. From 9 o'clock to about 12:30, I was on that fucking toilet upstairs.
Oh my God.
It was like a jet wash out my bumhole.
Didn't you have a laptop in front of you?
Yeah. I got the laptop out and I sat and watched videos on YouTube while I was shitting myself.
Oh my God.
Debbie came and she was like, are you okay? I was like, please, make it stop. I cannot take it anymore. And then after that was done, I went to bed about half one. The second dose I had to take at 6 a.m. So I had about 3 hours sleep because my fucking stomach killed me. And then I had to take this other sachet, which nearly made me die again. God. And that worked within about an hour. I didn't even fucking finish the drink. I had like about that much left. And I was like, oh, I need to go poo-poo. And that was like another 3 hours. I was like, I am going to shit myself in the car on the way to this appointment. And just before we left, I was like, hang on, Deb. I got to go shit. And we literally, I cleared myself out. Oh, it was fucking horrendous. The pooing part wasn't too bad. It didn't hurt to poo. My bumhole was a bit sore after, but is what it is.
Is what it is.
Yeah, and then I had to have a camera up my butthole. What are you pressing? Go on, what button?
Seeing where we're at, okay.
What button were you going to press?
I was just seeing.
Oh,
brother.
Brother.
Exactly that.
And then I'd gone in. I literally, as I walked in, they called me in. I was like, oh, here we go. She was like, do you want sedation? I was like, I don't want to be conscious through any of this. Fuck yeah. She was like, it's not like an whatever the fuck you call it, where it puts you out.
Anesthesia.
Something like that. It's like a sedation, so you're really drowsy. I was like, right, okay. I was like, I'm still opting for that. The less I know about this, great.
Better.
So she put the cannula in, carried on, and then got into the theatre bit of it, and the bloke was like, right, okay. Before they put anything in you, they clear it with a tube of saline, just clears it out. And he'd done that, and he was like, how are you feeling? I was like, okay, I'm all right. He's like, right, we're going to start a procedure. I was like, well, hang on. I opted for the sedation here. He was like, I've given you the sedation. I was like, well, nothing's happening. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. And it was 103 milligrams of this fucking sedation.
Jeez.
I was like, no. It was nothing's going on. He's like, do you not feel drowsy? I was like, no. I said, I could probably get out and fight everyone in this room. There was 4 of them as well, looking at my bumhole. I had to lay on my side, hang my arse pretty much off the edge of the bed, and I had some little shorts that they give you. Oh. It's got a little arse flap. And like the chaps. So and they pulled this little flap open, and my bumhole was just exposed to all the nurses in there.
Shalom.
And he was like, oh, nothing's happening. I was like, no. He's like, right, okay, I'll give you another dose. He said, he was like, you're quite a tall man. I was like, oh, Thank you.
I'll take that for 5'5".
And 5'10". Right? He was like, he went, but you're quite big, so it might need a little bit more. I was like, right, okay. And then he gave me another dose. And I'm laying there. And then about 10 seconds later, he was like, how are you feeling? I was like, I'm still shit myself. He was like, you feel drowsy? I was like, no, nothing.
Oh, God.
I was like, are you sure you're giving me sedation? You're not just fucking like sticking water in my veins? What's going on here? He was like, no. He went, you've now had 206 milligrams of this sedation. He was like, I cannot give you another dose. He said, because if it's a really delayed one, he said it should. He went, usually I'll give you the sedation and it's instant. It's straight in your veins. You feel drowsy. I was like, no, nothing's happening. He was like, right. He went, well, I can't give you another dose. He said, because if it is delayed, he said, and I'll give you like 300 milligrams of it. He said, you're going to be out cold for about 48 hours.
Jeez.
I was like, yeah, fuck it, do it.
Do it. Why not?
He's like, no, I can't give you any more. He was like, we can give you gas and air, though. He said it might kick in halfway through. I was like, right, okay. So he said, but only use it when it gets a bit uncomfortable. I was like, right, okay. So I had my little tube of gas and air. I was like, I'm not going to use it yet. And he was like, are you ready? I was like, as ready as I'll ever be. And he went, spat on the camera. No,
Jab straight in.
And literally, he didn't even fucking, he just like sort of like tickled the end and then just went bang, straight in.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, I was awake for it. And I was just like, Daddy, please. and it was so weird. And then he was like on the right hand side of me. And then on the left, I had a little telly and I was watching it.
Really?
And he was going through it all. And he was like, how you feeling? I was like, I'm all right. He's like, are you drowsy? I was like, nope. I'm alive and kicking. So he just carried on. He was like, are you uncomfortable? I was like, funny enough, not too bad. I said, the initial shock, yeah, a bit scary. I said, but it's not too bad, you know. And then he carried on, and he was laughing because I'm laying there. I turned around, and he was going, oh, this is the, he was like, scientific names for your fucking arsehole or your intestine. He's like, this is the A section of your large intestine. I was like, okay, it just looks like shit. And then like, it was fucking weird. And I turned around and was like, did you come here often? And he just started pissing himself. And he was like, are you drowsy? I was like, no. I'm just trying to take my mind off that you're fucking me up the arse with a camera. I don't know why I'm sitting there like this, like I'm reenacting it.
Yeah, reenacting it. You liked it that much, you have to reenact it.
Yeah, and then it was all good. I removed like a lump that was in my arse. Apparently it's a very common thing, a polyp. A polyp. They can turn cancerous. He was like, we got rid of that. I was like, okay. Thank you. And then all the tests were pretty much what they thought it was going to be. And then he was like, right, okay, we're going to remove the camera now. I was like, please, 5 more minutes. leave it in. And it's really weird because they, like on the camera, they have like the tube has got loads of holes in it. And they blow air into your bowel and it like opens your bowel up so they can feed the camera through. So afterwards, they took this fucking camera out, and I was like, yeah. And then, and I was laying there, and he's like, how'd you feel? I was like, my fucking stomach is killing me. He's like, yeah, you've got a lot of air inside. You need to get rid of it. I was like, but there's ladies present. He's like, you just need to fart and get rid of it. I was like, I can't. I'm in too much pain. And they take him to like a recovery room. So I'm laying there, and the doctor was like, hello, how do you feel? I was like, Anita, this is not the time for fucking small talk, okay? I'm in pain. I was like, I feel a bit fucking sick, though, because it hurts like a lot, and I'm sweating. And I was dripping. Like, I was fucking so hot. And she'd left, and I got up, and I had like a blood pressure thing on my arm. I had the thing on my finger that does all your oxygen levels. I fucking tore all that off and run to the sink. And I was like nearly thrown up in the sink. Just because of the fucking, like, how much pain I was in, and so hot it was. She's like, why did you not call me? I was like, I don't fucking know your fucking name. Plus, you just left. I don't know where the fuck you've gone. I'm in a hospital. I don't know where the fuck you are. You just walked out of my room and fucked off somewhere. How am I going to call you? So, and then I got back in her bed, and then she was going, you need to release the farts. You have a lot of air inside. And as she said that, I went, she's like, do you feel better? I was like, yes. And it was horrible because I was just farting all day. Oh, yeah, but that was my story of having a camera up my ass.
Right.
So now I'm prepared. So Marlon, if you want to go, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm lubed and ready. Yeah, so that was interesting, but not for the faint of heart. But yeah,
Jeez.
all in all, I'll give it like 7 out of 10. Not bad. Dinner.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Take off the team. As
Thank
Reece
you.
says, it's not gay if you fuck a tranny.
True.
It's only gay if they fuck you.
True.
So, hey boys.
Hiya.
But other than that, I'm out of stories.
I think. I'm just.
Are you okay? All I've got on my notes is bum camera. Right, should we wrap it up? Good place to wrap it up. Sid's dying. Sid, are you okay? Okay, well, I'm going to call it. So,
I got a rabbit.
oh yeah, you got a rabbit
We got a rabbit.
called Harper.
Yeah. Mum told us no,
You bought a rabbit.
so we took that as a yes.
Are we not wrapping out? We carried on.
But what else is there to top up? I feel like there's more, but I don't know what.
I don't know. We can carry on. We carry on Tuesday when we record. And we got stuff on the pipeline that we're not going to tell you about.
Oh, so we.
We got stuff planned.
So yeah, so basically it was meant to be this month.
It's
Stuff going on, stuff happened. Busy men. It's happening next month.
Yeah.
It's
Keep
it's written down.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some big stuff. So, but until then,
Yeah. So yeah.
join the Patreon.
Yeah, join the Patreon. £3 a month.
12p a day.
Exactly. Fuck all.
Yeah.
Let's do it,
You know,
please.
spend more on fucking condoms than that.
Yeah, please. Yeah, they're helpful. Just become a fully qualified bellend.
Yeah.
So
We'll
we
get
have to
some
do.
t-shirts. I don't know if the company that I use are going to appreciate that though.
Sorry. Okay. I want one. I
They'll be
want
like,
my own
you,
shirt.
they'll be like, are
fully
you
qual-
sure you want this on a t-shirt?
Yes.
Yes, Claire. Yes. I'm sure. Okay.
I'd want it.
Come
Give me
on.
now.
Just put it on the t-shirt.
Go on, stick it up. Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Right.
much. Yeah, join the Patreon, £3 a month. Links are in the description and in the bio of the Instagram.
Yeah.
Just click on there, make an account, sign in, whatever, and click become a member and pay now. And you can do a direct debit of
It helps
every monthly
us.
payment. Yeah.
Helps us. Helps you. Because you get more episodes.
Exactly that.
And we'll try and involve more people.
We do.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, I
I've
don't
got
know.
some stuff
It's-
going on. I've got some stuff in my brain that I'm going to work on. So we'll do that. But follow the socials.
Rate us 5 stars. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Follow the Instagram.
Amazon Music, Google. Rate us 5 stars and everything. But
Yeah. Other than
I
that.
think that's it. Oh,
It's time.
I nearly went arse over tits.
Other than that, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food because I'm hungry. Is Lidl still open? I don't know. Maybe.
Mum's cooking us dinner.
We're good. Is she? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Curry.
Gotti.
Right.
Thank you for listening.
Let's fit the boogie.
See you all next week.
I love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.